Hello, everybody. Don't mind me as I almost fall backwards, literally just from standing up from a crouching position. Today, we're going to be doing some cooking on stream, live. What fun. More specifically, baking, I should say. Not cooking. So, I mean, there's a hot debate between what is making food versus what is cooking food, right? And then baking's obviously like a third category. Like you don't cook bread, you bake bread. You don't cook a cake, you bake a cake. It's a difference. You don't cook eggs, you make eggs. You don't cook toast, you make toast. So now that that's out of the way, we've got a couple different setups here, and all of them should enable us to be successful and for you to see where we're at on the recipe. We'll see how this works. I don't know. I just set it up in the time I have, but let me pull up my recipe. And I'll be trying to monitor chat on the phone here. We'll see. First, let me see which one of these two recipes takes longer to make. One claims 10 minutes prep time, which I do not believe that'll be true. Prep time 20 minutes plus chilling. Cook 1 minute per batch. 1 minute. Okay, no, that's a lie. Okay, we'll do this one because it's a refrigeration one. That will be what we do. Okay, so we'll do this, and I don't think the other one needs to be refrigerated, but let's just have a look-see. You never know. Okay, it also needs to soak, but whatever. Well, you know what? They both need to be refrigerated, so we'll take the liberty there, and we'll say, while it's get the hell out of here. This one's got to be like the most straightforward website I've ever seen. It's awesome. The most straightforward baking recipe. The other one, this page starts up here. The recipe literally starts like 3/4 of the way down. I love this website. There's some great recipes on it. But my God, there is just too much bullshit in the way of this. Like, I don't need to know about how your great grandmother taught you the recipe. I don't care. I just want to go and make recipe, make food, please. Let me pull the stream up on my phone so I can talk to chat if anyone decides they want to watch this for some reason. Okay, great. That's pulled up. We got that. We'll do this lemon. So we're making lemon snowballs and we're making tres leches. So, or also known as triple luci cake. If you've ever seen that name, very funny. So let's make this dough. Okay. So we need to cream, butter, sugar, egg until well blended, not bended. So let's get some components out here. So we're gonna need. We'll see how these eggs are. I think we're gonna crack these first. They're cut in half, and of course the half that I'm given is the one without the. It's the one without the date. So we will just have to see. So let's get this show on the road. Where are mixing bowls? This isn't my house, so I'm house sitting for somebody else. So I'm it's a learning curve for me. Hopefully I don't kill myself by tripping on this wire. Did I already open this one? I did. How is it nowhere? Okay, probably not in that one. Let's see over here. Perfect. Okay. We found it. Fantastic. So we got half a cup of butter. Half a cup is a weird. Normally it's in tablespoons. We're gonna have to ask. Well, let's see what the butter's in denominations of before we discriminately ask the robot servant. Oh, it has it on there. Look at that. I think I have this camera on all of them. I've never seen that. I've seen teaspoons on every single one, but I've never seen it have half a cup on there just straight up. Needs to be softened, so we'll stick it in the microwave real quick for a short bit to soften it a wee bit, or a wee bit more than it is right now. It's been out for a little bit, but not long enough to soften. So we'll do an artificial softening process, which, you know, some people may think is heresy, but I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? So that handle a half cup of butter. It'll handle it enough. I think. Yeah, let's do like 10 seconds. Not go crazy, because butter melts very quickly if you've never used butter before. Which, maybe not. Oh no, yeah, the edges are getting rounded, so it's definitely, yeah, it's softened up. Fantastic. Let's see how soft we are. That's pretty soft, but it could be softer, like very slightly, very, very slightly. We're right above the microphone, so hopefully this doesn't sound terrible for everybody involved. That's probably good. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Just starting to get melty, which is what I was looking for. Okay. We'll keep this guy just in case we need a ramekin in the future. And let's go back over here, see what else you need. The sugar and the egg. 2/3 cup of sugar. I can when it's like the tablespoons and teaspoons, I'm pretty good at no looking it. But when it's like half a cup or 1/3 cup, I'm just going to use a cup because it's safer for me to do that than for me to just like, it looks like about a half cup, 1/3 cup, you know, whatever, who cares? There's 1/3 cup. That will be useful, and we'll get this 1 cup as well. And a 1/4 cup's just a half. I mean, technically everything is just in denominations of 1 cup, so could just use the 1 cupper, but I won't. Okay. Butter, sugar, egg. I should have cracked the egg before. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll use this as our egg tester to see the quality of the eggs. See if they're absolutely rancid. Because I have been burned by that before, where I've been cooking, right? And I didn't necessarily realize exactly how long the eggs were overdue. And I cracked the egg, and it was literally just blue. I'm like, okay, well that's awful. So let's see if we get a repeat here. I think it's just 1 egg. It is great. Okay. Oh, yolk looks good. Egg white looks good, so we can use this. This is a usable egg. 1 egg is not very much, but that's fine. That's fine. I have exactly the number of eggs I needed, luckily. Because maybe I didn't end up buying eggs. I had eggs in my cart, but they didn't make it to home. So I don't know where they are now. Let's wash our hands a wee bit. Touch some egg, so don't want to spread salmonella to myself. Get a wee napkin for myself. And come back over here. And we got sugar. I think it was 2/3 cup of sugar. Is that right? It is. Okay. And then we're going to cream this together. Maybe I'll spend a bit of time, like, I think I saw an electric mixer, which would make my life a lot easier. Creaming this stuff together is not the most fun thing to do by hand. Obviously, it's doable. Anything's doable if you put your mind to it. But we'll also see if everything goes right during this this stream, because, you know, most of the time when I'm cooking, right, it's totally fine. I start streaming, something will go wrong. So stay tuned for inevitably something going wrong. Let me see if there is. If I was right and I did see an electric mixer. Is that one? No. It's like some medieval torture device. Okay. Well, you know what? This is fine. I think we can just go... We'll just whisk it by hand. We'll do it by hand. Where is the whiskeys? This is the next question. Is that... It's a hand blender. But I don't know where the... I don't know where the actual... Is this... Oh, no, it's a blender. That's weird. I've never seen that before. What the hell are you going to do with a hand blender? Okay. Well, give me a whisk, please. I know this family has... Everyone has a whisk. Where the hell is it? Bear with me. I should have done my own... There are automatic... Ooh, there is a hand mixer thing in here. But I don't see a hand mixer. An automatic mixer. So... Somewhere there is a mixer. I just don't know where. There's also has to be a whisk somewhere. Oh, ha! Stupid idiot. It's right here. It's only right there. Okay. Let's come in here and let's start our creaming together these lovely materials. Butter's nice and soft. Mix that egg yolk. Try to make it... Oh, never mind. I don't know. What am I thinking of? There's some kind of cream. This is not hard. I didn't need a mixer for this. There's a similar mixture where it's like really, really annoying. I think it's like when you want to get air into this type of stuff. For like a meringue, that's what I'm thinking of. Because it just says cream them together, and this is creaming them. Making it nice and creamy. I should also double check what type of flour it asks for. Like this is already pretty much there. Boom. Let's see. I think you should be able to see it. Let me tab over to my Twitch screen real quick. You can. We can angle it down a little bit more. Move it up, move it down. So you can see it. Fantastic. So that's creamed together. Add the lemon juice and zest. So that we need a 1/4 cup of lemon juice and a tablespoon of lemon zest. So let's get our grater out first. Well, let's wash the lemon first. The real first is washing the lemon. So we'll come over here under the sink. Especially because we're using the actual zest of this guy. Oops, let the sticker on before it's cleaned. Luckily it didn't get too mucked up. Clean the lemon and sinks off lovely. You know what? Use a cabinet of towels over here. I've just been using the towel I had earlier, but let's get an actual proper towel. Probably going to make our lives easier. And let's get the grater. And we want to do like a tablespoon. This I can eyeball. And it is add this to the mixture, right? I've never made this recipe before. It is lovely. Lemon is probably the least annoying thing you can grate. Grating cheese is the worst. Like, I'm glad that I can buy pre-grated cheese. I live in an era where I can, because that is my least favorite thing to do in the entire world is grate cheese. It is awful. It is an experience that I would never wish on my worst enemies. Especially when you need a lot of grated cheese. It's like, yeah, you need like a cup of grated cheese. You're like, okay, all right, well, guess I'm screwed then, huh? A tablespoon is actually quite a bit of grated lemon zest, but these are supposed to be lemony. It's like you got to think about how big, because I definitely want to get the flavor proportions right. And lemon zest is a brilliant addition to any recipe, especially desserts. This message is brought to you by the Lemonhead crew, which I am a member of, a proud member of. Okay, that's probably good enough. Pretty good amount of lemon there. Now let's yoinky splunky this bad boy in half. I think I've got a clean enough over here. I do. We're in our lovely state of Texas chopping board. And of course, because I'm streaming, I'm probably going to like actually cut myself and die. Because I want to be funny, right? I got to be entertaining. I can't not be entertaining. So, just hit with one of these. Boom. Nice and simple. Let's get these seeds. Oh, that was probably awful to hear. I'm sorry. Let's get these seeds out of here before we squeeze this guy. There will probably be more in here that I'm not able to pick out right now, but at least we'll be doing a little bit of a favor. And I asked for a 1/4 cup, so I think we'll want to get that fairly close. I mean, I think I could. I don't even need like a juicer. I think I could just squeeze a 1/2 cup out or a 1/4 cup out of this. Oh, this is gonna be. I don't see a funnel though. Oh, they have an ice cream scoop. I was looking for that yesterday and I didn't see it. Okay, fuck it. We're going for it. We bowling. Oh man, look at that. Like I said, there will be more seeds. If I could... I have opposable thumbs for a reason. Come on. Come on. Come on, we evolved. I've evolved for this specific purpose, to grab lemon seeds out of... Oh my god. It's like I've got ungrabby disease. There we go. Fantastic. No more lemon seed for now. Until we count the next one immediately. You know, we'll just squeeze the whole lemon. We'll squeeze the whole lemon, and then we'll worry about the seeds later. That's right, that lemon seed didn't go in. Squeeze the shit out of this bad boy. Okay, great. Now we've got another lemon to squeeze. This is probably the juicier side. It's much, I think I didn't do a great job of cutting in half, but it doesn't really matter if it goes in half. Let's move the knife as well. It doesn't need to be getting all lemony. Put it back where I had it before. I think that, yeah, this one lemon should be good enough. Very familiar with this sound, you know, fellas. It means you're doing it right. Foul. I'm sorry, I'll never make another reference ever again. I'm banned from making jokes. Actually, I don't even know if that would be hearable for you guys. Let's see. What's going to be the easiest way for me to... Can I maybe... Trying to think if there is an easier way for me to do this. If they have a strainer, I could just run it through that. It's a huge waste of dish, but I'll just wash it, whatever. Who gives a fuck? Surely they have they do have a strainer. Lovely, lovely. That should block out lemon seeds. And we'll just do it into this guy here. We'll get it on camera so you can watch. There we go. It worked brilliantly. And hopefully all of that went into our cup. Okay. Cool. Most of it did. That's great. I think that's just stuff that I missed over there. Cool. I'm a genius. That worked very well. Put this over here. Grab my quarter cup just in case I need it. And we'll add this to the mixture. Great. Amazing. Let's come over here. Look at the recipe once more. Add lemon juice. Combine. Okay, so it's going to be a combine action next. We'll see how much. Let's just stir this together real quick. Cream everything together. Acid doing a little bit of that lovely curdling. Oh my goodness. It is curdling like a motherfucker. That's what happens when you add acid to dairy. We're making cheese! Okay. Let's come over here. I want to, so how much flour? What type of flour? It's all purpose, okay. 1 3/4 cup, so I am gonna need an actual big boy. This should do. Is this like a concha theme? No, it's not a concha themed. I thought it was a cool little epic themed bowl, but no such luck. Okay, we'll do our mixing in there. That's just combined, so we'll literally just shake it, I think. 1 3/4 cups of flour. Open up this bad boy. Flour is always an annoying thing to deal with. Let's not use the wet one. Where is my one? There's my 1 cup. Salt in it. 1 cup. 1 3/4, I think, right? Always good when I have to ask. That was a pretty clean 1 3/4. 1 3/4, yeah. So we'll just eyeball 3/4 of this, I think. I think I'm fully capable of doing that. Let's see, that is probably close enough. That's pretty damn close, I'd say. I mean, some would argue that close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, but not me. Me, I don't give a fuck. Baking soda, so there's going to probably be very little. Yeah, 1/4 teaspoon, so literally the smallest amount of baking soda you could possibly add to this. Okay. Okay, there you go. There's your baking soda. And cream of tartar and salt. So there's a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. So very, very little of both of these. So I'd have to open the cream of tartar first. Probably got way too much heavy whipping cream here now that I look at it. But we'll see. It's used for a lot of stuff in the tres leches, so we will see. Okay. There's a wee bit of cream of tartar. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So probably literally like, probably not even 1 crank of the salt grinder. We'll add a little bit more than it calls for. I find that you add a little bit more than of salt, especially that it calls for, you're generally okay. And it'll probably taste better too. Okay, so there's that. Mix, combine, and then stir into that mixture. And then I need to add my almonds, which I think we'll do a crushing exercise here. Let's do a little bit of, know what I'm saying? You just got to make sure that you get everything all nice and combined. I mean, it's going in there to get mixed, so whatever. Put this in here. And then we'll stir it again, and then we will add the almonds, which I crushed previously, but we'll crush them further. Lovely. The dough seems to be doughing. Oh, God. I do hate dough, though. Ah, yes, lovely. Look at that. It's clumping up exactly as a dough should. I think if it's too dry, we'll add a little bit more lemon juice to it if we can. If I could also get all the fucking shit out of here. Go. You're not wanted. You're not wanted. You're wanted, but not inside of the whisk, please. You know, I think we're honestly at a point where we could probably just mix it by hand, and it will be easier because this is just going to keep happening. Or we mix it with like a spatula. But I don't really mind getting my hands dirty. Oh my God. What a disaster. What a disaster. I just sent fucking dough flying everywhere. Delicious in the end, but it's very, very sticky. Let's just doink, doink, doink. Okay. Fantastic. So, clean ourselves off a little bit. I think I'll wash my hands too before I get back in there. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. If we're gonna wash our hands anyways, I may as well just mix the dough by hand, right? Combine the dough by hand. Whatever. Maybe we can get a little bit less sticky if we get the flour around the corners. Probably should have floured my hands before I went in here, honestly. That's a good, if you don't know that hack, if you're a baker and you don't, or if you're interested in baking and you don't know the put flour in your hands hack, it is a great hack for when you want to do anything by hand, not to get too terribly messy. Like, you'll still probably get messy. You will still have to wash your hands for sure, but the flour acts as like a little drying agent on your hands, so you won't be completely screwed. They're in a bag, so I couldn't find almonds that were well crushed, so we're just gonna curb stomp them. Actually, I couldn't find any almonds that were not whole. I don't know why there was nothing but whole almonds for sale. But I digress. It seems to have worked. Excellent. So now let's open the almonds with our disgustingly shortbready fingers and add the almonds. How much almonds? I should probably half a cup. Okay. Guess we're eyeballing it. Sure. It's probably not as finely crushed as the recipe would like, but I did what I could, so we'll see. You get a little crunchy supplies, a little crunchy surprise when you're not bad, honestly. Actually, I probably would like that. I am an almond purveyor. If you're not, you should probably go straight to hell. Just like if you do drugs, you're gonna go hell. You're gonna go to hell before you die. Great philosopher said that. Was that Super Mario? Remember, kids, if you do drugs, go to hell before you die. It's like, which Mario is it? It's the white people cooking. Well, you should know that, you know what? Put drugs in the cookies. Yes. Already done. Already done. Technically, isn't it like almonds have got like cyanide in them naturally? So, I put some kind of drug in the cooking. I put poison. I've literally poisoned this food. Just not with a high enough dose to actually kill anybody. Okay, that looks lovely, actually. That looks lovely. We'll put that in the fridge here in a second after I get my fingers all cleaned up. Or as cleaned up as I can get them. They're not going to get clean for sure without washing them, but I'd hate to waste dough. Good grief. So much. There's so much dough. I hate making shortbread. I hate mixing shortbread by hand. What I've got at home, I've got like a bread mixer, so it's like perfect for this. I never have to touch the dough with my hands until I need to like form it, which is great because it's normally been in the fridge. It's harder. I don't have to worry about it as much. So I'm looking forward to putting this in the fridge so I don't have to worry about it anymore. And I think it's just cover, put in the fridge for like an hour. Yeah, cover, refrigerate. But you know what? I don't have that much time, so I'm going to put it in the freezer. I'm going to cover and put it in the freezer. Have I gotten burned by this in the past? Yeah. Do I give a fuck? No. I'm going to do it anyways. Just try to stop me. I'll be reading chat as much as I can, given my fingers will be very messy periodically. It's pulled up on my phone. But I do have it open, so I'll do my best to be a responsive, good streamer boy. Okay, there we go. Hands all clean. Looky, looky. Oh, man. Beautiful. And the dough is actually pretty wet, which is good. That is good for me. Okay, let's see. Do they have any plastic wrap here? Interesting. Is this it? Wax paper. Guess we could just use, we're using aluminum foil. Fine. It's more recyclable. Honestly, probably better for the environment to use this metal foil instead of adding more plastic into the ocean. I mean, normally when I get done with my plastic containers, I just throw them directly into the ocean. So, honestly, regardless of reusability, I'll just get rid of them. Get them out of my sight. I don't want to see them. Okay, great. There's that. Dough looks great. Put it in the freezer. If there's room in the freezer. May have to take some stuff out of the freezer. Okay, that's going to ruin my birthday party. I think that clears it. What the fuck are you stuck on? There you go. There we go. It's in the freezer. It's cooling. The amount of waste on my hands. There wasn't that much waste in the end, honestly. It was way less than I thought it would be. Okay. So now that that's in the freezer, we're going to go and start the tres leches cake. The triple milk cake. And I think that this one actually you just you cook it and then you want to like store it, right? So this one we'll just make now. 325 degrees. Well, I'll grab the camera. I'll grab you guys. Come on, guys. We're going on a journey, a button pressing journey. We're gonna. All right, watch this. Is it 350? 325. It's lower. Great. Boink. Great. Thank you for joining me on that journey. Okay. So 13 by 9 inch pan. So let's see if we got it. It's a little over a foot by a little over half a foot. Does it say on the bottom of this? It's in centimeters, but we can do the math. I know the math, I should say. It's a 25 20. Okay. Bleh. This is it. So 23. So if you didn't know, the conversion rate between millimeters and inches is there's about 24.5 millimeters in 1 inch. So this is a 23 centimeter thing. That's 230 millimeters. If I take that down, it's about 9. And it's 33 wide, so divide that by 24. You're about at, you're about where you need to be. Cool. Awesome. And I taught you something today too. So whoever said Twitch streamers were useless, huh? I'm providing education to my viewers. So I need to grease and flour a 13 by 9 inch pan. Okay, with the butter. So yet again, we'll probably need to melt the butter a little bit. But we still have our butter melting facilities there. I don't think I need very much butter, if I'm honest. Yeah, it's just this butter to grease the pan, and that's, I guess, let's do like half a stick. That's probably enough to, or half of one of these sticks, so like half of a stick. I've never seen a stick this small. Okay, let's yoinky sploinky this guy in half. 1, 2, 3, 4. That does not look like half, despite it being half of the butter. Oh well. I don't really care. Yeah, quick maths for real. Yeah, for those of you who don't follow, Mark knows, but for those of you who aren't like a huge me fan, I'm an engineer. But maybe something Mark didn't know was I do a lot of engineering work, right? And so I work at a metric shop in the United States of America. So as you can imagine, the conversion between millimeters to inches is used quite a bit for us, because everything in the U.S. is made in inches, but we work in millimeters. So if I want to buy something off the shelf from a supplier in the United States, which ideally I do, it's going to be a pain in the ass, because we work in metric. But not everything is bought in-house. So we'll roll our sleeves up a wee bit, and we're going to grease this pan. Oh, lovely. Oh my goodness, look at that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm glad I warmed it up a little bit, because it's making it smear on very nice. I got way too much butter too. There's no way it's going to take half of this guy to cover this pan. But I'll make sure I get it pretty thoroughly here. There's a lot of butter that just built up on the side there. It's fine though. It's baking. It's not going to be healthy no matter how you do it. I'm not so concerned about the butter. I'm more concerned about the probably like 30 tablespoons of sugar we're about to add to this. So, okay, lovely. Well, it's, we'll keep it to the side just in case we need more butter. But I mean, I don't think I can put that back in the fridge. Not in that state, for sure. Okay. Let's use our clean hand, move it up. I don't know why we moved down. Buttered. Oh, and we need to flour it a little bit too, so we'll just use a dirty hand. Grab some flour. This is just to make sure that the cake does not stick to this this pan, which is always ideal. I think especially for tres leches, you really don't want it to stick. It's supposed to be a nice little lovely fluffy cake that comes out real nice. And it's going to be soft, so if it's stuck anywhere, you're screwed. It's over. A big thank you to my girlfriend, Evelyn, who has introduced me to this website, which is lovely. There's a lot of great little Mexican together. Okay, how much? How much? 1¼ cup, and flour, baking powder, salt, right? Yeah. So 1¼ cup flour, 1 teaspoon baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon salt. Okay. 1¼ of flour. Easy enough to get. Gotta scoop it all up here. I don't know how sensitive this recipe is to like variations in amounts. Never made this one before. I have a feeling I'm gonna need a bigger bowl than this, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And I just need 1/4 cup. That's probably too much. That's probably about 1/4 cup. Actually, I think I'm done with the cutting board, so I can move this for you. And I can get our boy of the day in there. Just careful not to break something as I'm doing this. I think the dog's asking to be let outside, so give me 1 second. I'm going to run over there real quick. There we go. Lovely. I love the state of Texas cutting board, but it's very inconvenient at the same time. Okay, dog. Go outside. Go on. Okay, you're gonna make me go out with you. Fine. Give me a second. Go on. A little bit more than last time. It's a bigger overall thing, so. Okay. It's probably too much, but that's fine. And salt, we need 1/4 teaspoon, so not very much. So let's crack a little bit of salt in there. Call it a day. Fantastic. So we got that. With an electric mixer, beat the eggs 1 by 1 on a medium speed for about 40. No, I'm not going to do that. A little bit dirty. A little bit. It's a little bit floury from our previous endeavor. Don't cross the stream. Lovely, 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 lovely. Let's cut up the tip a little bit here. And that should be good. Good to go. It's dried off too. Where did my oh, here it is. It's just back here. Dry it off a wee bit. We don't want it to clump on this. Particularly. Although it's going to anyways, because we're about to add eggs, so. What can I say? Okay. So, I need to add eggs 1 by 1 on medium speed. Okay, how many eggs? 5 whole eggs. So the rest of our eggs, which is great. Yeah, let's mix this together a little bit. Stir it, blah, blah, blah. And we've got 5 whole eggs that we're going to be adding to this bad boy. And we're going to be doing them 1 by 1. Painstakingly, let's get the knife out of the way. So I don't have to worry about potentially hurting myself with it. And we'll start cracking eggs. Okay. Fantastic. Egg 1. There we go. Egg 1 is in. Mix egg 1 in. Break the yolk. Come on, yolk. Thank you, little buddy. You might be able to hear the dogs getting territorial over food over there. It's fine. Hopefully, this won't be as sticky. Okay. I'm listening to it. I'm doing them one by one. I don't think it's entirely necessary, but you know what? It's up to... The recipe calls for it. I trust that the recipe probably knows more about tres leches, making tres leches, than I do. I obviously know more about eating tres leches, but we will not go there. Egg. We're putting them back in the container because we're just going to throw them away after this, because that's going to be all the eggs. It's going to be all done. Finally. Oh, come on, mate. Come on, mate. I didn't quite crack that one hard enough. You probably tell just by the sound it made. No, I ain't leaving. I am not coming out of my shell. Okay, mate. Whatever you say, bro. There we go. Starting to dough a little bit here. First, we got a fuck ton that's just stuck in the middle. I hate whisks. I hate them so much because they do this. I love them, but I hate them. You don't hear dogs. That's great. That's perfect because they were just like a light growl, right? It's like, bro, get away from my food. I'm eating. As dogs do. They're both little rabble, or one of them's a little rabble-rouser, you know. A little ruffian. Okay, let's break another egg, shall we? I feel like I'm gonna get to the same point with this where I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go by hand. Lovely. Get me all the delicious egg white in there. Thank you. Okay. Now we just gotta mix it all together. And I think this is perfect because it seems to be going to the right consistency now, finally. Definitely wasn't before. Now it's a lot less annoying to work with. So, this is good. Go on, mate. Get out of the whisk, please. Open the wussy. The whiskussy. Oh my god, I gotta spread them. Spread them. Give me the dough. It's like reverse fingering. Sorry, that's a foul. I mean, it's accurate, but it's foul. So I'm sorry. It's a fancy whisk. It collapses to flat to help. That would be so nice to have. Because it's just like, why? I understand, right? Like, it's like, you gotta facilitate some airflow. It helps with mixing, blah, 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 blah. But it's so fucking inconvenient. Because all the shit gets stuck in the middle. And then your hands just end up getting gross. Because you're like, oh, well, I'll just fucking use my hands anyways. I don't give a fuck. Okay. It's probably good enough. And then we got sugar. Let's see if we can... How much sugar? Oh, God. Just tell... No! Damn it. How much sugar? Come on. Just a cup. Okay, that's not bad. I do need to clean one hand. We're not as disgusting as last time, though, so that's good. Epic win. Epic win. thing with baking is, with cooking, you don't, you wash your hands at the start, you're generally pretty good for the whole thing. Baking, you're going to be washing your hands like every 5 seconds. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why cooking is superior to baking. Was it 1 cup? It is 1 cup of sugar. Well, at least that's an easy amount. Okay, well, you know what? We have to do it slowly anyway, so fuck it. We'll just... It's very difficult to mix. Okay, this is probably sounds awful. It's just banging the... Okay. Damn. You know what? Fuck it. Is the flour really gonna know? Is the flour really gonna know? That's my question. I don't think the flour's really gonna know if I just put everything in at once. It's not that smart. You do need to add another cup of sugar, or another half cup of sugar, I should say. Okay. Starting to smell like cake dough, which is fantastic. That is what I want it to. Did I say taste? I hope I didn't say taste. Don't taste your cake dough with 5 raw eggs in it. Just a pro tip here. Okay, dough's not going to notice. Dough does not care if I whisk it in slowly or not. Neither do I. You identify as flour and you know. Okay. Let's roll our sleeves up a wee bit here. And hit it again. Should get significantly more annoying to whisk as time goes forth. Now, a great question is, right, I don't know how, like... Because obviously, like, tres leches is a cake, but it's extremely, extremely moist because it's made with 3 milks. But what I don't know is when the milks are added. So... Awesome. Still unfun. But better. Okay. What else goes into our batter? Where is my mouse? There it is. It's probably struggling because there's like now cake dough on my trackpad. Melted butter, how much? Okay, let me get a napkin for that. That is really bad. I need to like wet it a little bit, I think. The tiniest bit since it's an electrical component. Great. Okay. Right. That should work better. Yes, it does. So I need a half cup of unsalted butter. And is this whole thing? Yes, the whole thing is a half a cup. So I need to get a new one. Give me a new stick, please. Please. Just hand it over. Thank you. And we'll put it in there, and I think it's actually, it says melted, so it... And vanilla is just a teaspoon, so not too much. And then I add more. Oh. Let's see. Must be a mixer. Oh, interesting. I've done this incorrectly. Fuck. Okay. Awkward. Okay, I should probably be grabbing this with something safe to grab it with. Not my bare hands. Thing in the freezer can go longer. It's bowls. It can go like an hour or overnight, so it doesn't matter too much on the timing for that. We'll see how this one turns out. Hopefully well. I did not read, apparently. It's a Twitch stream of me cooking, so something was bound to go wrong, right? But they seem to... I mean, based off the instructions, it seems like it won't be a huge deal. It just might be flatter than what we're expecting. Should be fine. Just doing... And we'll put this down here. We'll need to clean it up because I was too distracted by realizing I did something wrong. So I made a mess. That's fine. That's no big deal. Basically, the flour part and the egg part was like supposed to be a separate bit, but we didn't do it in a separate bit, so it is what it is. Put the butter in the freezer. Let it cool. Okay. Great. We'll see. We'll see. First time making the recipe, so can't expect everything to go right, I suppose. But next time, oh baby, you better watch out. At least, you know, I'll never live down the black bean patties, which was like the most disappointing. The worst part was I'd actually made that recipe before. I made it like literally the day before. I'm like, oh, or not the day before, but like the week before. I'm like, oh, this is great. This is fantastic. Everyone's gonna love this shit. And I make them, and I try to do a bigger batch, and everything just fucks up. Everything dies, and I look completely incompetent and stupid. Hopefully we don't get a similar situation here, but maybe we'll get lucky. I like to call it creative cooking. My creative liberties. Okay, we're waiting for that butter to cool. That was hilarious. Yeah, it was awful. I was like, oh man, that is not how I was expecting that to come out. Butter's not cool yet. Hopefully soon. We'll see what we can do. I mean, all things considered, I mean, the consistency looks about what it would look like if it was done correctly. So again, it might not be the worst thing in the world. We'll just have to see. Yeah, consistency does look right, so maybe it'll work. Come on, melted butter, cool down. Is there a power freeze button on this? No. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yes, this cutting board here is shaped like the state of Texas. It's very funny. It's not a great shape to cut on. Like, effectively, you have a cutting board this size, right? Like, which is way smaller than most normal cutting boards, but it looks cool. Great, butter's feeling cool, nice and lovely. Okay, add the butter. The butter, little by little, then the vanilla. We're doing it little by little. I'm listening from here on out. Not little by little again. I know. I know. I hate doing little by little. I just want everything to be done. I think what we'll end up with, I think it's just going to be flat. Because like all the ingredients are in there, right, and they're all right. It's just I think the air captured by it will be a lot less because it's supposed to be like the whipped eggs. So we'll see what happens. My flat tres leches, probably, and the vanilla. That's right. Vanilla, vanilla, vanilla. Where did I put you? It's just a little guy, and you just need a little bit too. Very strong. Very expensive too. So a little bit more. That just like decide. Oh, you want to go to the Twitch homepage? You want to see some girl twerking in a hot tub? No. Why not? You're on Twitch, baby. Transfer the batter to your prepared pan and bake for 30 to 35 minutes. Lovely. It does say with a spatula, but the spatula is just to guarantee evenness. We'll just go in with a spatula afterwards. And we'll even it out. Oh, I could have moved the camera, but I did not. Man, I hope this thing rises. Grab a spatula. We'll start scooping stuff out of here. Let's see what happens. It's got baking powder in it, so it should definitely rise. The question becomes how much? We will see. I forgot to move the camera again, so you're going to be left wondering what's going on? What's this crazy, insane man doing? You don't want to know. You don't want to know what I'm doing. I'm American pieing the cake. The tres leches is being American pied. Never seen that movie, but I have heard of the pie scene. So I think it's probably the #1 movie that you can watch where a man fucks a pie. That's probably not a very good movie in any other regard. what I know about it, it's probably like not a very kind movie to women, not very respectful, I think. Okay, let's do this. It's like a frat boy movie, right? Has anyone really seen American Pie, though? Like, really? Maybe Mark has. We'll see when I put this down. I tried to brush off some stuff and it just made it worse. We'll just brush on a bit of excellence, yeah? Make this cake nice and throughout the whole pan. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. It's looking great. Other than the fact that it's very thin, but we'll see. I mean, this is the amount that they suggested to make in a 13 by 9 pan, so we will see. I'll pan over to it in just a second. You watched in your douchebag era. Okay. I'm glad that I pinned the movie correctly. That's what I was. That was exactly the type of movie that I thought it was. Okay. And we'll just grab the handy cam here, take it over here, and there's our cake. Looks great. Looks nice and well spread. It fills out the whole pan, so that's good. It's very thin, but again, we made the amount that they said to make, so we'll see. We will see. I will not take you on the, or maybe I will. You know what? I could probably take you on the journey to put this thing in the oven. No, I need both hands for that. I'll put the handy cam here. So it's basically just at the same place as the laptop cam, but better. Higher quality. Okay. So our next step is to put it in the oven. No, you do not press the Windows key, please. Get off the Windows key, you little bastard. 30 to 35 minutes. So let's try 30 first. Let's see what happens. We will see what happens. I don't know. I'm skeptical. I'm very skeptical. Okay, we'll say we won't do a timer on it. Let's just put it on Alexa. Alexa, set a timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes, starting now.
Okay, it's in the. It's cooking. We got a cake in the oven. Lovely. So now we need to go over to our other recipe, or we could continue this one. How long does it take to cook the other lads? Well, I don't think there's too much left to do. Well, great. Not responding. Fantastic. Okay. Good. It's working. It's working. Oh, it sent me back to the. Okay, no, it didn't. Good. How much is left on this one? Because I think for the tres leches, it's just to make the milk. Good God. It is freaking the fuck out right now. What is my laptop doing? It is very unhappy with me. Like, extremely unhappy. Where's my mouse even? Doesn't want to cooperate in the slice. I don't even. Where is my mouse? Hello? Okay, I think it's just proper frozen right now. How does it look on stream? Well, I guess we're on Handycam on stream. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Gotta disappear now. Well, thank you for tuning in, Mark. I'll see you later. Okay, the stream's working, but the laptop is not. Great. Oh, we're gonna have to pull this up here. Okay, whatever. Wow, it's not even control deleting. That's odd. Okay, well, we'll figure this out. I'll need to look up some recipes real quick. Tres leches Mexico in my kitchen, and we'll have to scroll through all the crap that they put in there. What the hell is being eaten over there? Probably something that should not be eaten, knowing this dog. Okay, great. There we are. So let's do the milk thing. Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely. Because it should be really easy. Whisk together condensed milk, evaporated milk, and cream together with the vanilla. Okay. Warm over low heat. Okay, so we're going to actually need to use the... Oh, okay, you can pour them over the cake. I think we'll do that. Because there's not too much point in doing it. And I think it's just a can of each of these, which we have a can of each of these. But I have the evaporated milk might be too much. 12 ounces. No, we're good. Condensed milk. 14 ounces. Okay, great. So it's all right. Let's mix together this milk mixture. How much vanilla do I need in the milk mixture? Let me also see what this dog's eating. It's probably not something it should. Put on a highlighter in there. Stupid ass motherfucker. Okay. Anyways, let's make this milk mixture. Actually, since it's so easy, I don't even really need to do that now. In fact, I'd probably rather do the cookies. So let's do a little switchy-do here.